I want to take a moment to remind you that the registration deadline for the Palm Beach Championship Tournament is today at 5 p.m. Now, I know sometimes the checkout page can be a little confusing, especially for our newer students, so I want to take a moment to walk you through that. So here I am on the checkout page. You can access this by either scanning the QR code in the flyer that we gave out in classes or in the email that you received in order to watch this video. So we're going to start here on the checkout page, and if you clicked it from the email, your name will already be in here, but just in case it's not, you can manually type it. Now, what you're going to want to do is after that, you're going to want to scroll down and look at the items that you can add to the cart. If you have more than one child in our program and you need to add another, you can absolutely add another and put that information in there. Now, in terms of adding items to the cart, a couple options here. If your child is either a tiny tot, so a 5 and 6-year-old, regardless of how many stripes they have on their belt, or if they're 7 and older and a white belt or a yellow belt, you'll choose this option. And then you'll see there's a couple options in here. So when it comes to rank, you're either going to choose tiny tot. Again, if they're 5 or 6 years old, they'll be a tiny tot or TNT. Or if they're 7 and older, you can choose white or yellow, depending on the color belt that they wear. Once you do so, you'll select the division that they are going to compete in. Now, we recommend everyone competes in forms, but there's also a flag sparring option, which we've been talking about, where they learn to take a fighting stance and they learn to grab the tail or the flag off of the person that they're sparring with. We'll be practicing it all month or the rest of the 2 weeks before the tournament in classes, and we've already started practicing a little bit on it. So we recommend doing both. The flag sparring is really popular. The kids have a blast doing it, and the parents enjoy watching it. So those options are there. It should automatically have your child's name here, but just in case it's not, you select it. And then other options too. So if your child is higher than a yellow belt, if they're green, blue, purple, brown, red, or black, you can select that here. Same thing, choose their belt color, and then choose the divisions that they would compete in. Now, for the intermediate and advanced ranks, you also have the option of point sparring. So they can compete in forms, they can compete in flag sparring, and they can also compete in point sparring. So, we always recommend competing as much as you can because you get a lot of experience there. But if you're not sure, then of course reach out and give us a call at 567-9899. There's also weapons competition, which they can sign up for if they're involved in our weapons program. So if that's the case, you select that and choose whether they're beginner, intermediate, or advanced level. If you're not sure, it pretty much comes down to white, yellow, and orange belts would be beginner. White, yellow, orange. Blue would be intermediate, and then brown and red would be advanced. But if you're not sure, don't worry about it. Pick the closest one you think. We always do a check at the end before we submit it to the tournament, and we'll make sure to make any corrections as necessary. So that's pretty much it. Then when you do, you'll come down here, you'll go to put your information in, you'll click reserve your spot now. And then really important, once you do that, it's going to take you to a new page and it's going to ask you to fill out a form. That's the waiver that we need you to fill out. So make sure you do that. And again, today is the last day to register at 5 p.m. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us via Facebook, via Instagram, via our phone line at 567-9899. We'll be happy to answer any questions.